Tony B's production.
Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy CB. Today, we is here to talk about the ZFG 2024 music review. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I have had to redo this video. So, now I'll quickly explain it to y'all. You know, the first time I was trying to do it, I realized it was gonna take me a long time to edit. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna change the video, shift it a little bit. Now this review is gonna be more similar to the 2023 version. Like I realized, the video's probably gonna take too long, and so yeah, now I'm just gonna be a little bit more quicker with it, so I can get y'all, send this video out faster and get y'all out the 2025 music review for ZFG out quicker. All right, y'all. So how this is gonna work now is, it's gonna be similar to how I did it back in 2023, and that's basically, I'm gonna show y'all the tier list. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go over, like each project, or single for that matter, and we're just gonna talk about it for, what I'm saying, quick couple minutes, and then boom, then we're on to like the next thing until, what I'm saying, that's it. So all right, y'all, not to waste how much time, we're gonna get into it. If y'all end up liking this video, make sure you guys like it, subscribe, and yeah, man, let's get into it. All right, coming up in the C tier, to start us out in terms of albums slash projects that we're starting off with in C tier. As y'all see on screen, I got 3 of them. That being that last place, I got The Last Stretch by your boy, and I got V-Day 2-Pack by Z, then I got Unsatisfied. Now, C tier, for me personally, I'm not calling the project, like bad or anything, but it's just, I feel like there is better. So, if the project is in C tier, and then yeah, that's basically what it means, and for these 3 projects, ultimately that's kind of how I feel about them. You know what I'm saying? They all pretty solid, but they just not like the best, I would say, like of the year. I said not bad, but just, saying not like the best. But to get into like each one, we got the Last Stretch by your boy, CB. And the reason why I have it in last place, in my opinion, out of all the projects, it's only 2 songs, and I'll be honest, like only one of them like offer up something pretty good, or is it like a pretty like good, like solid track, and that's Party. And then, like I said, Party's actually not bad. That was actually a pretty solid single right there, or single, but that was a solid song right there. But the other track, which was a remaster of an old song, That's Key. Not gonna lie, that remaster wasn't the best. I go lie, I still think the original was better. And yeah, it just wasn't yeah, that remaster just wasn't the best one. I ain't gonna lie. And so overall, like I said, I do think it is, I guess, the worst project of 2024 in terms of ZFG, but it's not like terrible. You know what I'm saying? Next up, I got V-Day 2-Pack by Z. This came out on Valentine's Day, February. And yeah, this project is solid, from saying, from Z, I'm saying, it was like very quick. The first song, I don't have too much to say about it. Like I said, it's not like bad, but it's just like a nice little opener, I'm saying, nice little slower like opener. But like the main second track of it, "Be Mooncake," was I said, it was like a more fully fleshed out song, and it was actually, it was good for what it was, like I said, it's still overall solid project though from Z. Then on to the next project being Unsatisfied. It's not terrible, but just not like the best in my opinion. I said it definitely has some solid songs, solid tracks, but I think I think it's just, what I'm saying. I think in terms of like my lyrics and stuff and some things I was saying, like some other like critiques I would say. I think the main positive I'll give this project is like the beat selection is good, and there are some solid songs, on here like Suddenly. It's probably like one of like the best, like one of the better songs on here. And then you had the song with me and Z. I'll say My Face, that wasn't too bad. And then the last song on there, Yeah Yeah, which was with me and Z too. I said those songs were probably like the three last songs I'd probably go back to the most. Everything else I feel like it was just yeah. Overall though, what I'm saying, if I had to get these projects like a rating, like 1 out of 10, that's what I'm gonna do for each project or each single, saying that's in that tier. Probably give the last stretch, I probably give that just like a straight up 6 out of 10, you know what I'm saying? I think it's solid, what I'm saying, but it's definitely not the best. Then V-Day 2-pack, that's a for me that's like 6.7. And then same thing with Unsatisfied. I give them both about 6.7. I feel like they're interchangeable. I feel kind of like the same about them. I feel like the same about them. Yeah. All right, moving into B tier, I got My Void by Z, Wu Wei 2 by Z, and Music in Paradise by Tony B. Now these projects I would classify, what I'm saying, these good projects. Some things, that's holding them back. Certain things I would say, but like overall, they're still good projects in my opinion. Now getting on to it with My Void by Z. Now this project for me is good, but I will say for me like personally, I don't think it's like again I don't think it's like Z, but like as like a full R&B project, it's good for what it is. I'll say. Like I said, it's definitely like not my favorite person, but I can definitely see it maybe being hard for somebody else. But yeah, for right now, for what it is, I think it's a good little project. Now Wu Wei 2, getting on into Wu Wei 2. I think Wu Wei 2 is a good project. The main thing definitely holding it back for me is just in terms of how many songs there is. There's literally like 40 some songs, which as just basing it off what I'm saying, like listening to it as like an album, yeah, 40 plus songs. That's a lot of songs. There is a couple good ones that stand out. While I was listening to the project, I had listed some of my favorites down. Like for example, I had for the first half I had Turmoil, Haze, City Yard, Burnout, Bumblebee, Dandelions, New York Flows, and Rotary. Yeah, man, like I really like all those songs from that first like half of the project, and then the second half had 50 Stars, Pride, Battery, Ninja, Shady Curtains, and Gen 6 iPad, Leather Jacket. I can't pronounce that but I put it up on screen. Then No Doubt, and then BY. So like I said, there was plenty of good tracks, real good tracks on here, but if I had to like listen to it like fully, like the entire project, I don't know if I want to do that. I might as well just pick out a couple songs. Yeah, man, that was like a lot of music to listen to in just one thing. Said not a bad project, but like I said, it's definitely a good project for sure. Then the next project in B tier I have for y'all is Music in Paradise by Tony B. Now this one went back to it. Not gonna lie, it's still good. This project is still good, in my opinion. What it does so well is, what I'm saying, I think Tony has some really good choruses on here. He said this is mainly, him. I'll say this is like pop rap, and just like multiple styles of like pop up, if you will. That's what we get on here on this album. And like I said, for the most part, I think Tony does a good job on here. Like I said, there's definitely a couple good songs on here, like Fall with him and Z. You Don't Have to Call with me and him. And yeah, man, like I said, there's a bunch of good little tracks on here. I said the main thing, it's not making me not put it any higher. It is due to the fact that I feel like it is a little. I feel like if you took off 2 songs, I think it would have helped out. So I did feel at times, you know what I'm saying, it's a little bit of filler, a little bit. At times, like I said, there's like 1 or 2 songs I feel like could take enough, but other than that, it still is a good project. And yeah, man, I put it in a B tier. Now the ratings I would have to give, for each project, I give My Void. Yeah, I give My Void and Wu Wei Tu a 7 out of 10. And then Music in Paradise, I give a 7.3 out of 10. So overall, just like good projects, It's not the best, but still good projects in my opinion. Alright, y'all, moving into the A tier, I got Love 101 by Tony B, Retro Rain by Z, Twitch Tape by Z, and Code Celsius by Z. Now A tier, you know what I'm saying? If you hit A tier, this is where I classify, you know what I'm saying? Very good to like great. Alright, getting into A tier with Love 101 by Tony B. Well, Love 101, this project is, what I'm saying? It's only 2 songs, but I will admit, I really like both these songs that Tony, provided us with, with the first track being I Just Can't Get Enough. I think that's actually a very good song right there. You know what I'm saying? Good little chorus, catchy. You know what I'm saying? The verses is very solid too. So like overall, just like I said, very good track, for Tony. And then the next song is 1982. Yeah, man, 1982. That's a great track. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely one of Tony's best. It definitely deserves some recognition. You know what I'm saying? And it be at 1982, the man, great pop. You know what I'm saying? Song right there from Tony right there. Definitely did his thing on there. I'm not gonna lie. But overall, man, like I said, just a very good project. You know what I'm saying? I said definitely Tony did his thing. Even though it's only like 2 songs, those 2 songs, from my opinion, really do are, like I said, some of my favorites, especially 1982. And then I Just Can't Get Enough. It's just a very good song. Alright, next in A tier, I got Retro Rain by Z. Now, overall, in my opinion, this is just a very good project. You know what I'm saying? Z did his thing on here with the, you know what I'm saying, with the pop. You know what I'm saying? I get another like pop, it's called album / project. And yeah, he definitely does his thing with the storytelling on here. It's like very nice and concise, and it's like telling a little narrative throughout. And overall, I think it's well done. I think the main thing for me, like holding the album back from being even like up higher, you know what I'm saying? I think it's just mainly due to the fact I feel like this one for me doesn't have as many standout songs, but like it's just overall like just a very good like project, you know what I'm saying? It's just a very good like project. Twitch Tape by Z. Man, this project was very good, very good project. You get in my opinion one of Z's best songs he's ever made in Twitch Zero. Like that song is like it's a very good. But then you have like some other songs next to it, like Lil Guy, you know what I'm saying? Featuring like Mirror, that was very good too. Then you had the song with Tony Hour 36. Yeah, that was also very good. It said Chirk, Bang Up Job, which I know was added later on, but to the project. But yeah, man, that was also very good. And then bring it back home with Tina. Yo, that song is also very good. So overall, man, like I think the only thing that detracted it is the fact that it wasn't like longer. Like if it had like one or two maybe more tracks, not gonna lie, how I think I would have probably put this up higher, in my opinion. Next up in A tier, I got Code Celsius by Z. Yeah, man, this project is really good. You know what I'm saying? This is the project that ended off 2024 for Z, should I say? Yeah, man, this was, like I said, very good project. Definitely had some high pricing. This was an important project for ZFG as a whole. You know what I'm saying? As this was the first project that was put on like Spotify, like big other platforms, and I think it's a good project. Z's production on here was actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Especially for like for the first first like project being on like Spotify and stuff. So yeah, man, definitely a lot of good songs on here, especially Snow Cap. I really like that one. And Tundra. Yeah, that was a good one too. And Headquarters too was another good one, of course. And then the big one, which unfortunately is not on streaming like on Spotify or anything, but Polar Bear, man, that was, like I said, I think another contender for like being one of the best songs of the year from Z and just in general and ZFG. Like I said, man, so Rob, man, like I said, I think this is a really good project. I don't got really too much anything like to say about it necessarily, like it did wrong perhaps, but yeah, man, it's like a really good project, throughout. Do my ratings for the A tier projects, y'all. I almost forgot my bad, y'all. For Love 101 and Retro Rain, I give it about both of them a 7.6. I think they're both very good projects. I feel them around about the same. They're about the same for me, interchangeable. Then for a Twitch tape, I give it about 7.7. I think mainly why I put it up just like a little bit higher between Retro Rain and Love 101 is just mainly due to the fact that it has like Twitch Zero, which I think is like one of the best songs of the year, if not probably the best song of the year. From his entire like, if I'm looking at like ZFG Muisc, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I think so. And then Code Celsius, I put up just like a little bit higher at a 7.8. I think this project is very good. So it has like a lot of memorable tracks for me. Like Tundra, Bandolier, Snow Cap, and Polar Bear. Like all those tracks. Saying very good to great even. So yeah, man, and that's my A tier. Alright, y'all, getting into the S tier. The best albums / projects of 2024. And yeah, man, I said if you make it up here, man, I do think I classify you as like the best of the year. Yeah, man, and these two projects, in my opinion, definitely deserve it. Then that's It's Always Some by Z and Muisc by Z as well. And yeah, man, two projects is, like I said, I really think it's like really something special. Muisc, getting into it. This one actually came out like super early in the year, like January 2024. Listen back to it, I think it still holds up really well, even like over a year later, year and a half, later. Yeah, man, it's still like really, really good. A lot of standouts, like in my opinion, like Galaga, and that song still like really good. Then you have like other songs on here too, like AU Timeout. I like that one a lot. That one's also really good. Then you have I said 3M Traffic, Z Style, that one was also really good too. Cashmere that was also really good. Z's New Groove. Like I said, man, there's a lot of real good tracks on here. Yeah, man, in my opinion, another thing too is the beats is also really well done too on here. So I think all the beat selection was really well done. Yeah, the rapping here too was also really good. yeah, man, just nothing really bad I have to say about it, man. It's just a really good project. Then then and certainly but not least is it's always some by Z. Yeah, man, this project again, man, really well done by Z. Z, I feel like this project really had it all. You know what I'm saying in terms of like the Z song, you know. But mostly importantly, I feel like it had, like I said, the rapping all year was top tier. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it had everything for what you needed. You know, yeah, yeah, man, just everything that you wanted, it was here. You know, in terms of like, you know, say it had some good collabs, good beats. Like I said, man, it had everything on here. I said, man, there's a bunch of good songs on here, like the opening track to Patience to Breathing Room. Like really, like that first like 8 tracks. You know, that was in my opinion arguably like the peak of like the entire album. Like those first 8 tracks. Yeah, I feel like we're the peak of the album. And yeah, man, it just continued to you know what I'm saying, maintain the momentum. You know, there were some like dips for me, like you know some like songs that I wasn't as high on, and that's why like in my opinion like in terms of like music and it's always something I feel like they're both like tied for me. Like it could like flip flop like either one that I like more and what I would consider like the best project. Yeah, man, it just flip flops for me. But like if I had to give it to one, not gonna lie, I probably would give it to It's Always Some. I feel like that's the best project. Uh, yeah, the best project slash album of 2024. I feel like you know Z did his thing on there. You know, it had like I said, I feel like it had everything that you kind of would need, what you want from a Z project. And yeah, man, he did his thing on there. And I do think it is probably like the best project. Then I probably put Music, but to be fair, I was actually thinking for the longest time that Music was the best. But like I said, I feel like it could really like go back and forth between those two. But I think right now I'm gonna go with It's Always Some. Right, y'all, moving into the singles from ZFG 2024. We're gonna go to bottom to top. So yeah, I got which one call I got If I Were on a Drill Beat Part 2, and then Insane, both released by your boy. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, these songs in my opinion weren't really that it in my opinion. In my opinion, If I Was on a Drill Beat probably be said probably one of my worst, or if not even worst, but just probably just be one of my most like I would say like mid songs. I would say both of them, in my opinion, probably like are both like just like kind of like whatever, you know what I'm saying. They're not like terrible. I probably just say like they mid. I say both of them, in my opinion, like 5 to 10. Both like solid song. Both are solid, or not solid, but like they're both just like average, I would say. Then in C tier, I got Seeing You with me and Z. Keep Fighting with Z. Want You So Bad by Tony B. Try Me If You Wanted To with me and Z. And then the other side. Now with Seeing You, you know what I'm saying? I think it was like I kind of view it the same as Try Me If You Wanted To. Like they're both like short, you know, kind of melodic, you know what I'm saying? I said not like the best songs, but like I said, they're like not bad. But you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like they are short, so they don't like offer as much, you know what I'm saying? But they're not like bad songs, but they're just like I don't think they are like the best. I don't think they're as like high. With the Keep Fighting, you know what I'm saying? The reason why I have it as C tier, I think it's mainly just due to the fact that I feel like the mixing kind of like wasn't like the best on here because I will admit, yeah, listen back to it, yeah, it was definitely like a little bit lower, unfortunately. I said the chorus was nice, but yeah, it was just like the mixing on here wasn't as strong. But I said nice chorus, you know what I'm saying? Some solid lyrics on here from Z. And then Want You So Bad. I was like, this is probably like not one of my favorite Tony songs from Edition, but it's definitely like solid for me in my opinion. I said not like the best, but you know what I'm saying, it's solid. Then then next up we got Try Me From 1 and 2, which like I said, kind of feel the same way about it. Same way as Seeing You, but just like I said, just not as strong, in my opinion. I said both like I said both got like catchy melody catchy choruses and stuff, but other than that, then then I got The Other Side by Tony B. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I like this song, but like I said, I don't think it's like one of like the best, but it's solid for what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then the ratings for these songs for Seeing You, I probably got it at like again like a 6.7. Same thing with Keep Fighting. Then Want You So Bad, put at like 6.8, and then uh and the same thing with Try Me From 1 to 2, I put at like 6.8, and then The Other Side I got like a 6.9. And moving into B tier, I got 2 a.m. With In Mind. I said this is a good little track from Z right here. I like that, you know what I'm saying? It definitely do what it do, you know what I'm saying? It's a good track right there. Then I got Take Me Away, which, you know, this song technically wasn't supposed to exist, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my school, I guess, for the reason it happened, you know what I'm saying? This is it's a little, if you will, a Black Lives Matter type song, but you know, went back and listened to it. It was actually, you know what I'm saying? It was actually good. Actually, you know what I'm saying? I think me and Tony and Z, you know what I'm saying? We actually did pretty well on here, you know what I'm saying? I think it's actually not bad. Then I got 18. You know what I'm saying? Now this song is actually, you know what I'm saying? Went back and listened to it again, you know. I think it's actually good. It's a good song. Not gonna lie. I think it's good for what it is. Then the next track I got is a Superstar by Z, you know what I'm saying? This one is, you know what I'm saying, like a fun, like a pop, you know what I'm saying, type tracking, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely it's a upbeat, I would say. Next up I got Overcast, which is like I said, this one got like a nice chorus, you know what I'm saying? Really like the chorus on here, you know what I'm saying? The beat too, you know what I'm saying? Definitely nice, you know what I'm saying? It's overall, it's a good track from Z. Then I don't know how to pronounce the name of this one, but it's up on screen. Then, but overall, like I said, that song, that song though is that song is pretty good. You know, so I like the I liked it for what it is. You know. Then the next track I got is Still. You know what I'm saying? Like the chorus on here. You know what I'm saying? I like the beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Just overall, like I said, another good song from Z right here. Then the next song is Juke. I can never say the last. I'm just gonna put it up. You know what I'm saying? The full name. But yeah, I just call it like Juke. But yeah, Juke is it's a good song. You know what I'm saying? I would say Juke is a good song. And so actually, I think it's one of Z's most played, if not the most played. Then last but not least, I got Run Out by Tony B. You know what I'm saying? Featuring Z. Not gonna lie, I was contemplating about putting this in A tier, but I decided for it to land it at the top of B tier. You know. I said, man, overall, just a real good track from Z and Tony, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing on here. Especially, like I said, the what Tony was able to do on here. And yeah, man, overall, just I said, real good track from, you know what I'm saying, from the duo. All right, if I had to give these, you know what I'm saying, these songs, the ratings, I give, you know, 2 a.m. at 7. Take Me Away by 7.1. Same thing with 18. Superstar by the same 7.1. Overcast 7.1. Like I said, that song I can't pronounce. Yeah, it's about 7.2. Still at a 7.3. Same thing with Juke, and then Run Out also about a 7.3. All right, moving on into the A tier. I got Aura, Latest Party, First Real Summer Since 5, Time Zone, I Saw You, and Sabrina Carpenter. Now, you know what I'm saying, kicking things off with Aura. Yeah, man. Went back, yeah, hearing this song, you know what I'm saying? It's catchy, cool, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I like this song, you know, a lot. I said, definitely like one of, you know what I'm saying, Tony, you know what I'm saying, did his thing on here. Yeah, man, just like so overall, like a very good track, you know what I'm saying, with a very catchy, like say, chorus, you know what I'm saying. And lead this party, you know what I'm saying, the first song to be put on Spotify for Tony. And yeah, man, I think this was a very good song to pick out, you know what I'm saying. This was a very good track from the homie Tony. And yeah, man, like I said, he definitely did his thing on here, you know what I'm saying. I wonder like if Tony was inspired by the homie Chris Brown on here, you know what I'm saying. I feel like I felt like the influences a little bit. Yeah, man, a very good song, you know what I'm saying, from Tony, you know what I'm saying. Then we got First Real Summer Since 5. Again, now this, you know what I'm saying, Z was rapping on here. Oh, yeah, it's made by Z, but yeah, Z was, you know what I'm saying, rapping on here, man. He was doing his thing. And yeah, man, like, Z was, you know what I'm saying, being like very, you know what I'm saying, introspective, you know, rapping about everything. You know what I'm saying, like, he did his thing on here. Next up, I got Time Zone by Tony B. Yeah, man, similar to Leader's Party. Like I said, just another very good track from Tony. Yeah, this song, Time Zone, like I said, very, very good. I Saw You, yeah, I Saw You is Tony's most streamed song on Spotify. And it definitely, you know what I'm saying, it definitely makes sense, you know what I'm saying. Again, a very good track from Tony, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, man, just, again, I think it is just one of the best of the year, you know what I'm saying, best singles of the year. And definitely deserves that spot, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying. It's cool. It's cool a song, you know what I'm saying. I like the bridge part too, you know, of this part of the song too, you know what I'm saying. Just overall very, very good you know what I'm saying, track from Tony. Next up then we got Sabrina Carpenter by Tony B. And yeah, man, this song right here, yeah, man, I just gotta give him, you know what I'm saying, I said a you know what I'm saying, clap up to, you know what I'm saying, the homie Tony, you know what I'm saying, he did his thing on here. Again, man, like I said, another, like I said, catchy chorus. Like I said, overall, like I said, I think the chorus again, you know what I'm saying, from Tony from this year was, you know what I'm saying, very, very good, you know what I'm saying. I feel like, yeah, Tony found like his let's say his groove in terms of like the choruses. Yeah, and this song was like no different in my opinion. Yeah, man, just like I said, very, very good song, you know what I'm saying, with a catchy chorus and everything, you know what I'm saying, solid verse, you know what I'm saying, good verse too. Good little verse. Like I said, it is a short song, so it is a little bit on the shorter side, but like for what it is with the beat too, you know what I'm saying, the production too, it's just also good. So like I said, overall, I really have like no like complaint, like too big a complaint, not gonna lie. Just a, like I said, very, very good song. At S tier, in my opinion, what I think is the best single of 2024 for ZFG, not including Anaya, is 1982 by Tony B. Again, I think, yeah, this song, technically, this one was kind of rough for me because I didn't know if I wanted to include it in the S tier, and that's just mainly due to the fact that it's already part of a project. But I might as well just put it on here, you know, just in case. So technically, if you wanted to say Sabrina Carpenter was number one, my voice cracked. If you wanted to say yes, Sabrina was like number one, like the best, you know what I'm saying, best single, then technically it is, but I decided to put 1982 because, you know what I'm saying, I definitely got to show it some recognition because, like I said, man, I think it's a great track, you know what I'm saying. It definitely deserves, you know what I'm saying, definitely deserves the you know what I'm saying, the recognition. Sorry y'all, my mic had cut out. I forgot to yeah, my thing had cut out, you know what I'm saying, bit recorded on the thing. So I'm gonna give y'all the ratings because I did forget to do that too. So so yeah, for the A tier, you know what I'm saying, the ratings for Aura, I give it a 7.5. For Leader's Party, I give about 7.6. Same thing with First Summer Since 5. Really, like all the songs from yeah, First Summer Since 5, yeah, Time Zone, and yeah, actually those three songs I probably get, yeah, like 7.6, and then I Saw You, I get about like a 7.7, and then Sabrina Carpenter I give about a 7.8, and then 1982 I give an 8 out of 10. That's gonna conclude this video. Hope you guys enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Yeah, man, I'll be back with a 2025 ZFG Muisc review. But until then, man, hope you guys enjoyed the rest of y'all day. And peace out.